Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Hall of Fame interview with the Growth Leadership Hub mentee, another mentee and another success story to share and inspire you as well. And today we are bringing you Aditya, who has been with us in this journey for the long period of time as well. He has been a part of the Career Accession Mastery, which is our first level where you start off this journey. Okay. And from there, he has taken a long steps. Probably he has gone on to taking a lot of actions in his last 1 year of journey with us, where he has got a lot of success within the organization. And now he is sharing the story, how it inspired him to actually reach to the new organization as well. So first and foremost, welcome Aditya in this Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you very much. I'm privileged to be here.
Okay, so before we start, Aditya, about your story about how you actually achieved the success as well, would you mind sharing something little bit brief background about yourself?
Okay, so I am a South Indian guy who is typical Telugu speaking, no Hindi speaking guy. But I wanted to do big in my life because we came from a very poor background. So, and that is my inspiration. Like I want to die rich. It's simple because I don't want to see my parents struggle anymore. So I struggled. I worked hard for my studies. I got a good job, considerably good job at that point in time, 20 years ago. And I moved to Mumbai, the city of dreams. And yes, the life was going on okay. And the financial struggles were almost over. And yes, this is what I wear. And after 20 years now, when I look back, I think I took all the right decisions at right point, right moment. And here I am.
Okay, great. So when you joined us, I'm sure you had certain things in mind because with the 20 years, people come to a stage where they've seen a couple of jobs, they've seen the industry, they've seen gone through a lot of job change process as well. So what was your inspiration or challenge that actually prompted you to jump into the community? You thought about actually joining a coach. Why do you need a coach at that level?
Okay. So one thing was clear. No, I before joining, I joined camp for just for information. So career acceleration mastery, and I got that message from a YouTube video. Frankly, and I was just looking that, and I said, and the way you projected the issues in a corporate world, they were the exact issues that I'm facing. Because I don't, nobody knows me in my office. I don't know anybody in office, and I don't know what I'm doing and why I'm doing. These were the major questions that I had. So I said, okay, if Rakesh is promising that you will come to know all these things in 1 6-week course, then why don't I just invest 5,000 rupees, right? And I just took it that. But once I was inside, and the way you introduced me to the next level of courses and the next level of life, it's not just courses, it's a life. There's no stopping me. No, I just want everything of that. So I did, and that was one of the best decisions in my life to join camp. And then it followed. Everything followed.
Excellent. Thank you very much for sharing that, Aditya. Now, help us understand. Now, you said that you had 4 questions in your mind, which was why I was doing what I was doing. Nobody knows me, neither I know somebody.
Right.
Right. Now, in these situations, generally people get stuck. They feel that, okay, let me give some time in the organizations and work for it. And you decided to probably join the coach and probably accelerate this entire process.
Right.
What's changed in this journey with me? Over a period of time, you've been a part of an ELC for a long period of time. And I'm sure you must have learned the strategy, skills, coaching, community, and a lot of support system that we have. So what has
Yes.
exactly worked for you?
Oh, yes. And whatever you said is true that there is a lot of support from you and the community. But when I started with camp, I went through the whole camp course in 2 days maximum.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, I did that. And then, the next Friday when when we met, you said that there is much more to learn in the corporate world, and you introduced GLC, and I immediately switched to GLC because I don't want to waste time there. And once I joined GLC, I went only to 2 modules, like power equation and other thing. And I was odd. ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है यार जिंदगी में. What is power? I've talked to everybody else in the same manner, and they don't understand me because they don't want to understand me. Right. So then I said, there is something more there. And the next Friday or next Saturday, I think, when you pitched ELC, when you talked about ELC, that there is a lot thing to become a leader, not just an employee and a great employee. I want to become a leader. And then I immediately switched over to ELC without any thinking because I want to act. And that is why I landed up in ELC, and I landed up great. Right. That was a landing on moon kind of thing for me. And once I did that, I started going through the regular classes, the sessions, regular courses, and regular online videos also. And I started to know more about power equation, relationship, or trust equation, we can say, and all those things. And I started implementing them. No, I started talking to my boss in a different level and to my team members in a different level. I don't have a direct reportee, but I have contractors who are reporting to me, and I talk to those contractors in a different level. And it worked. Something suddenly my boss said, "Oh, I think you are taking care of things well. No, you take care." on your own. He stopped micromanaging. Within 2 weeks, he stopped micromanaging. I said, "Hey, this is a miracle, right? For 8 years, 9 years, he was micromanaging me, and within 2 weeks, that you take care of your own. This is a miracle, right?" Then I became serious, more serious. I was already serious, but I became more serious, and I started implementing trust equation, and that is where I came to know my skip level and his boss.
Wow.
Alex, the director of engineering in my previous company, he talked to me. Said, "You are doing so great things. Why don't you shift your department? So there are more things to do there." Now he understands my value. So that is where my visibility is growing. And I came to know those people. I never even know his name, right? And within 1 month, I talked to him like an equal. So that is the shift. It's not shift. It's like complete makeover of my career and my life. And I immediately was in line with the promotion. I immediately had the intermittent increment kind of thing. Everything came into picture, and my rating went up from 2 lakhs of bonus to 6 lakh of bonus.
Wow.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Monetary wise, visibility wise, career wise, everything was going into perfect place. So there was no looking back after years.
Excellent. Thank you very much for sharing that. So many things that you have achieved, but there are few things which you have applied apart from the trust equation, power equation. What are the top three things that comes to your mind when you think about the entire journey with us, how the community has contributed, or the coaching has contributed, or the specific skills or concept that has actually contributed to your journey?
So if you talk about specific skills also, one is power equation that perfectly work. The other thing is trust equation, again work perfectly. The other thing is stakeholder management.
Hmm.
So now, because of the improvement in career, I was dealing with cross country, not just Indian clients, but I was talking to Italian clients, talking to German clients, talking to US clients. But I understand now culturally how they are different, what they want from me, and what I want from them. And I know how to communicate because of this power and trust equations and communication skills. Of course, there's an additional skill that I got is communication skills, writing and speaking both. So I understand what to talk. I understand what to ask, what I want from them, what they want from me. And this made me to go there. They wanted me there just to interact with a contractor and a client. They are not in sync, so they want me in between to make them work. That is how the level went up. Skills like power equation, trust equation, communication, and stakeholder management. These are the four important skills I implemented. Of course, there are a lot of other things. Visibility, the LinkedIn pages, the CV mastery, starting from camp. So all those things work perfectly fine for me.
Now, coming to your message to you have gone through it. What is the success looks like today? You said you got a visibility, I think some increment in between as well, higher rating compared to that. How does it compare to your previous version of Aditya?
Okay. Previous version was calm. I don't say dull, but very calm, not talking, completely introvert. We were afraid of talking to people. We were afraid of taking initiatives. Frankly, I never spoke in any meeting for 18 years, in any meeting. And once I started implementing ELC lessons, I was the one who talked the most in meetings. That is one change. The other change, because of that visibility, because of that initiative, I used to take initiative. I said, "Hey, this can be done. I will do it." That kind of message I was, giving them. And they used to give me assignments. I used to complete them. So because of that, credibility improvement, reliability improvement, they gave me more assignments. I was on plane more than in office. So I was roaming around the world. I was going to Europe, going to US and all those things. And I was dealing with most of the countries. That is career wise. And once this happens, of course, I get visibility and I get what do they say, monetary benefits because I'm working all those things. I was handling 4 projects single handed. So of course I will be awarded. I got 6 lakh as bonus. I got 15 to 18% I think as an increment. Normally people get 6 to 8%. I got 18% increment.
Wow.
And my boss said, "I am trying for your promotion. Don't go anywhere." But that was my last assessment, performance assessment. But once I, just to be sure, just to inform you that once I joined ELC in 2023, that was the first time in my 40 years life I got a goal. I got a vision for myself for 2030. And when I put it to my boss, I want this to happen in 7 years, 6 years from now. He said, "There is no way this company is going to provide you. You better look outside." He just frankly told me because the trust equation in work is open to me. So you have to look outside. And I started working out. And I used the CV mastery. I used the professional CV guide. I used that. I used the LinkedIn mastery from CAM. And frankly, I got 4 opportunities from LinkedIn. They contacted me. I did not apply. They
Wow.
contacted me, please apply. I applied. And one of them worked out. And he said, you are going to get a principal engineering position because of your experience, and we'll see what you do. But once the interview is done, and I talked to director who sits in London, he said, you are engineering manager, you are going to recruit people now. And that is the power equation I use there. It's simple, and I joined as an engineering manager. There is 2 levels up from where I was.
Oh, great.
And the increment, it's not just, if you talk in percentage, I don't know how to calculate percentage, but it was 12 lakh directly increment. 12 lakh, the fixed CTC, it's not just CTC, it's fixed pay. 1 lakh rupees per month is the salary for my 18 is. So, and that was my increment, right? So there's nothing, there's nothing more. Success is not monetary. Success is not only monetary. Success is not only visibility. Success is my goal. No, and now I am an engineering manager. I will lead people, and within 3 to 4 years, I will be director, or maybe I don't know, maybe above that. So that will be I will be an executive leader. The actual goal of my life, which I talked to my boss in my previous company, that is going to happen in 3 to 4 years now. So that is where I am now, full of enthusiasm, full of energy, full of hope, and the first time in my life, a perfect vision and a path forward.
Excellent. Thank you very much for sharing that. I mean, I have a goosebump while you're listening to you as
Thank
you
you.
were sharing your story as well. And I truly actually appreciate that fact because I've been in your positions where the growth was not happening and people try to probably take you along, but they don't grow you. Okay. There was a time when I was given the retention as well, just like you were given the more increment and said that, okay, why did you stay here and so on and so forth. But I'm truly appreciative of the fact that you didn't stay back because most of the time it is very own comfort zone which actually pulls us down, right? And you could have always said that, yeah, now I'm getting the 6 lakh rupees a bonus, 18% hike in the salary, which itself is very high. Why don't I stay that? So in the last 1 year, if I calculate correctly, you have already increased your salary by almost 15 to 20 lakh rupees.
More than that, it's 24 lakhs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a great jump within the 1 year, which normally people will take almost 5 to 7 years to reach. Because once you reach to a mid-career level, your salary double happen only on the 6, 7 years, not before that. Unless you are a very extraordinary performer or from the tier one IIM IIT guys kind of a guy. But coming from the background that you have shared with us, coming from that kind of a background and still working out this part, it's truly commendable. So I just want to congratulate you, Aditya, on this because this is truly amazing success story that you're sharing with us. Now, the message that I want to probably ask you for, there are a lot of community members who join the career acceleration mastery. They actually stop their journey over there and they feel like, okay, nothing is working out. Maybe they don't take the action enough like you have taken the actions, right? So what is your message to them, those who are missing out on the learning aspect? They feel that I can figure it out through my experience learning, which is not the case. You already know that. You have spent almost 18 years in the experience, but didn't work out things. So what's your message to them?
So just to start with, we think that we know. After 18 years, we think we know, and we will be. It's like Kuveka Mindek. We only know what we are seeing for those 18 years.
Absolutely.
But this scam, the GLC, the ELC, helped me to look beyond those borders. There are people who are getting much more. You said I got 20 lakhs, 24 lakhs, but there are people who got much more than me in the ELC, and they are my inspiration.
Of course.
So my message would be: if you want to see what is happening in the world, leave your position, leave your organization, leave your company. Just see what is happening in the world. There are a lot of things happening in the world which are not even imaginable, and you just want to tap in some of the energy from that. It's just energy. So just if you want to tap some energy, which can completely impact your life, completely change your lifestyle, change your vision. You may be aiming for 1 level up, 2 level up for coming 6, 7, 10 years. But if you want to go beyond that, if you want to become a leader, you want some energy, you want some inspiration, you want some guide. And Rakesh Rana, as I say, I always say that you are my Krishna, and I want to become Arjuna, which I'm not yet. So everybody needs a Krishna, you needs a guru, and Rakesh Rana is my guru, and ESC community is my Kurukshetra, who are actually supporting me to fight my battle in my life. So my message would be just come into this energy level, energy frequency, whatever you can say, energy levels, tap some energy, and change your life, completely change your lifestyle, even your post-retirement things, because you are going to get much more than just money here. You're going to get vision here. You're going to get purpose here. So please just come and tap that.
Thank you very much for sharing that inspiring part as well. Now, there are one is the part of the community who are part of our 6,000 plus members right now, right? And there is another part of the world which is more or less outside world, where people are kind of experience level like you, 18 plus years. You never thought about taking the coaching in the first place when you were stuck, right? But they always feel like, okay, why it is required? I can actually figure out from the Google and YouTube, isn't it? It's very easy. Why do you hire a coach? Why to pay money maybe for the career coaching or for the job search for that matter, right? So what is your advice to them, having gone through the process, having gone through the community kind of an environment? Because we wanted to build that family kind of an environment which is not available in the corporate world. We found that the corporate culture, I come from that corporate for more number of years as well now. So we found that it's a crap culture. Everybody's pulling each other down and doing the any 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 kind of a trick, right? It's an office politics, backstabbing, whatever you want to call it. But what's your advice to the people outside the community where they feel it may or may not require them? They are always in the doubt whether to make that decision or not. What's your advice to them?
Okay. So you rightly said, no, there are a lot of crab pullings in offices, because frankly, it may be a very generalized statement, but nobody's friend, everybody's colleague in corporate world. So people think, oh, ये मेरा दोस्त है, ये मेरा दोस्त है. Yes, they go for lunches, they go for dinners, they go parties, everything. But when it comes to career, everybody is their own boss. No, they want everything for themselves. उसके बाद बाकी सब आते हैं. So and whenever you ask for guidance, they will only share those things which are not required for them. That means it is not required for you also, but they share them, and they share them with full, confidence that ये करो हो जाएगा, पर होता नहीं है वो. And for that we need some trustworthy person, first trustworthy family, we can say, where we can completely be dependent on, ask and get useful tips. It's not, if not powerful tips, at least useful tips. And this community, this ELC, GLC community is that for you, because I can speak openly. I can, in fact, the person who is sitting beside me for 10 years in my office don't know my salary, but people in ELC community know my salary because I am open to them. Because, and they don't mind. मैं बोला कि मैं 40 लाख की पैकेज है, वाह वाह, they used to clap me. अगर मैं कोली को बोलूंगा तो इसको कैसे नीचे लाऊं, that was his first thought. So this openness is I found here, and I get tips. And for example, when I was preparing for my interview, I called Gaurav and said, hey, I am going to talk to my director. What do I do? He gave me tips. These are the power equation tips. Please follow. And I followed them, as I just said. And I got immediate promotion from principal engineer to engineering in the interview. So this kind of family bondage, which even relatives maybe nahi hota hai. Even relatives sometimes try to scam you. But this ELC is the best friendship I got. For 1 year, इतना friendship मिला है मुझे कि अभी बचपन का दोस्त भी मैं भूल गया, but I will never forget my ELC community. So for the people who are not yet part of this community, just check out how you can just go into LinkedIn and tap on the group and see what is happening in the group. People are supporting in LinkedIn. They will support you on your post, on your recommendation, on your newsletter. From that, the support starts, and it goes beyond just life support.
Absolutely.
It is like a lifeboat in a sinking ship.
Thank you very much for sharing. I'm definitely probably getting short of the words when you are actually sharing this, and I truly admire that the kind of family that we wanted to build as a community, that the kind of environment that we wanted to build, because each one of us ultimately end up becoming a corporate orphan, even though we have the bosses, colleagues, and everybody. But then in this process, our growth is also hindered. Our progress, our potential is not also utilized as well. So that is what we wanted to change in the corporate world as well. And you have truly kind of captured the entire sense of the community, how it works, how it actually helps any one of you to grow if somebody is very committed to their career as well. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for being a part of this Hall of Fame story. You have done a great job. I'm so proud of you for the kind of actions that you have taken, the kind of visibility that you created online and offline, and reaching to 2 levels up, reaching to 12 lakh plus in the fixed salary, plus 18% hike in the fixed salary, and so on and so forth. It's a huge boost for me as a person, as a coach, where I see the students' result growing to the next level as well. So thank you very much for doing that. More power to you. All the people who are watching Aditya, please get inspired by him. Listen to this entire thing one more time and make sure that you take the actions. If you are willing to actually become a part of this community, please check the link below and be a part of it. I look forward to serve you and support you in your career journey as well. Thank you very much, Aditya.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you very much for everything.
All right.